If we can just buckle down and become the most fit world, nation, society ever, things will have to go in line with what we want. We will call the shots. What up, my people? How we doing? My name is Moreno, founder of AWorldFit, where we look to accomplish creating the most attractive people while engaging in overcoming the mental challenges that come along with not living up to your potential. But just keep turning in week after week, and your mindset will soon understand what you need to do in order to get started and completely change your life. So I grew up in a home where when I was told to do something, it typically came from an aggressive, firm voice, whether it was my mother yelling at me or my father speaking to me in this very militant, firm voice. Either way, I didn't know any other way. I thought that is how you get attention. I thought that was the authoritative parent normality. I just thought that's just how things were. If they wanted to be taken serious, or if you want to be taken serious as a parent, it's speak from your chest. Everything is a firm thing if you want something to get done. So I came up under that framework. So I respond well to being yelled at, to say the least. It's just, it doesn't bother me. To me, it's love. My response to tenderness is complete opposite. It's like, oh, you obviously don't care. And that's something that I had to come to terms with. That is not necessarily the truth. That is not the fact when you're dealing with someone. And this could be in a relationship, and this also could be in a friendship or a relationship, a business relationship, dealing with trainers or someone, a motivational speaker or something. Just because this person isn't yelling at you, coming from my perspective, just because this person isn't yelling at you doesn't mean that they don't care about what they're saying or what they're saying to you. Whereas opposed to that, someone else may have come up in a very calm environment and consider yelling a hateful thing. And it's like, you're yelling, you must really hate me. And those very dynamic differences can create a separation in understanding. All I'm asking for any of you to do is to take in consideration both sides, especially when it benefits you. Because if you can learn from it, consider what exactly that they're trying to say to you, or what the message they're trying to get across. And I was reading a couple of articles, and one of them says you might reflect on whether you've offended someone without realizing it until later, or not until the offendee brought it to your attention. In advance, you may not have imagined that what you did would even be perceived anywhere as inimically as it was. And you may not ever know, because they may not tell you, or you may tell you later after the damage is done. Depending on the person, it may be too late to even repair it. That's not everybody, so everybody's different. Given the multitude of insecurities we're subject to in growing up, there exists within us parts that, more than we'd like to admit, remain particularly sensitive to criticism, abuse, or neglect. And with few exceptions, others are even less aware than we are about what emotionally we're susceptible to and can't help but overreact to. That basically is saying that even the person that is reacting to maybe someone who's being overly aggressive, they have a reaction that they don't even know that they can't control, because they haven't really dealt with the fact that this is how they react to this. Communication could literally save a relationship. And I'm not even just talking about, your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm talking about literally like relationships at work, trainers relationship, trainer-client relationship. If you don't understand your triggers, there could be a very pivotal point in your relationship with someone that switches everything. This is why it's very important to look inside who you are and be honest with yourself. If you're not the type of person that could deal with someone aggressively speaking to them, you need to find some other form of instruction, or you need to find a better way to communicate to the person that you're talking to that, hey, I don't respond well to that. Can we figure this out? We don't have the same upbringing. We don't have the same patterns in our thinking. We're going to be different. So if we can accept that, understand who we are, so when we present ourselves to other people, we're presenting someone who they may not understand. Why? Because we're different. You're not supposed to be just like someone else. You have to endure something that makes you uncomfortable. And it could literally be the only thing that makes you uncomfortable is how this person speaks to you when you're training, or how this person talks to you when you go to work, or how you look at yourself when you see yourself. It makes you uncomfortable. Good. Be uncomfortable. Learn how to deal with it. It makes you stronger. It makes you more of a controlled person, because if you keep jumping around, you may think you have control, because I can control myself. When something doesn't happen, I actually get up and I leave. When something doesn't go my way, I stop, I back off, and I change directions. I have control. No, you don't. You have no control, because the control comes from actually standing right there, figuring it out, making that situation better for you. Do not be the person that doesn't have control and just get up and keep changing and changing and changing and changing. Your body resets, your mind resets. You'll never grow into being the powerful, strong person that you want, physically or mentally, if you keep changing just because something isn't going your way, because you can't handle something, because you can't take what you see, what you feel. But if you don't have control over your feelings, face the reality that you don't have control over your life, and you will never get control of your physical or your mental being. So just understand that. You may have been humiliated by constantly being mocked when you were growing up. If a friend or an acquaintance playfully comments about your race, religion, these are playful comments, but they could affect you differently. Race, religion, height, weight, dress, frankly, it could be anything. Then as long as their remark reawakens an old defense against being ridiculed, you'll feel compelled to react negatively. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't know where these traumas come from, but you have something inside of you that may have happened to you, and a joke could literally trigger it. There could be a joke that your coworker, trainer, partner, husband, wife tells, and you didn't even know that you were going to be triggered by it, but it triggers something. Maybe you shouldn't concern yourself with the intention of the message. Concern yourself with whether or not the message is true. That's more important. This is for the literal things. I'm not talking about a joke that triggers you. I'm talking about literal things. If someone is saying something to you that triggers something, why is it triggering you? Because it's true, or because there's some history behind something that makes you feel a certain way? But if it's true, let's deal with that. Do you believe this? Do you believe it to be true? For example, let's ask a question. And let's be very honest with ourselves. Just don't become upset. Answer the question. Are you fat? Yes or no? This is a simple question. It's literally one question, yes or no. Now, if the answer is yes, just as simple as that question was asked, and I can get an answer yes or no. If the answer is yes, the next question is, are you okay with that? Are you truly happy knowing that you are unhealthy and overweight? See what I'm doing here? Now, these questions, you can literally, like I said, answer them down below. But these are straightforward questions. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. It's a question. I had to do this to myself. This is like a questionnaire you have to do in order to move yourself forward in life. You have to ask yourself these very vital questions that have very simple, direct answers necessary, and that is all. There is no beating around the bush that's going to make you feel better. You either do, don't, yes, or no. I'm asking you a question about your health. Your health can be changed. It can be manipulated. It can be adjusted just as much as the mindset inside of your head can be adjusted. It can be manipulated. You can do things with your physical body when you have all four capabilities, your limbs and your mind is functioning. You can do things that are almost impossible to some people. If you only ask yourself the vital questions, to get rid of the things that are in your way. One of them is fat. There's no way you're going to be able to succeed 100% at physical capabilities if you don't get rid of extra things that don't belong in your body. If you don't stop putting stuff in your body that doesn't belong there, you're going to break yourself down in one way, form, or another. Whether you can do some phenomenal things for a shorter period of time or not is not what I'm talking about. Lifelong longevity, things that last for a very long time. If you just forget about how the message was spoken for one moment and move to your inner self and improve what you have the power to improve, there is no cap to the future of your better self. You can literally accomplish anything. Forget about how the message is spoken. What is the message trying to relay to you? What is it trying to relate to you? Who is trying to help you? And I'm not talking about who is trying to help you, meaning, okay, this person just told me if I let them yell at me for 6 months to a year, by the end of it, I'll be in the best shape that I've ever been in my life. If I just allow them to be who they are for me for 6 months to a year. Good for you to swallow up your pride and deal with your emotions and allow this person to be something that you're not comfortable with, because that's a step forward. But you have to keep putting the work in to maintain what you're building inside of you, mentally and physically. If you build physically, you may start to see it 6 months to a year. There is some truth in this statement about 6 months to a year because it depends on where you are. Now, if you are extremely obese and you have tons of fat in the way of your muscles, in the way of your real body, it's going to take you longer than 6 months to a year. It could take you up to a year to see some drastic results, but to get rid of it and create something that's never going back. Like, do you want this self-improvement? Do you want to physically do these things to help you look and be something for a short period of time, or do you want this for the rest of your life? My guess or assumption would be that you would want it for the rest of your life. You don't want to ever have to go. If you weigh 320 pounds and you're 5'8" right now, and you're not a lineman or a running back that has nothing but pure muscle in him, I'm almost certain that if you get rid of that and you're able to look and feel lighter, quicker, faster, healthier, that you would not want to go back to being that person that's 330 pounds at 5'8". I'm almost certain you wouldn't want to go back to that. So that being the case, you have to create a lifestyle. This lifestyle is built on your sustainability of enduring whatever it takes to make it happen. If that's somebody that you can't stand yelling at you, but they give you the best results, man, well, I'm here to tell you that you may want to get yelled at a little bit, because it ain't going to do nothing but make you a stronger person. That's the worst thing to happen from that, is that it makes you a stronger person. If you don't like being stronger, then I don't even know what to tell you at this point. It's a lifestyle that got you there, whether it's your fault or whether it was fed to you. It's a lifestyle, the reason that you are unhealthy. It's a lifelong process. It can't be reversed in 6 months. But in 6 months, you can make an aggressive move forward to making sure that you're getting rid of it and changing it and turning around. But over time, changing habits can adjust your lifestyle to gradually make it a reality. Over time, the reality sets in and you become what you saw in your head. You won't get there in 6 months to a year if you're not already doing something for the past 2 years. It may take you a year depending on what you look like right now. But if you're completely out of whack, just settle down, be consistent, take the abuse, because it's going to hurt. If you can't take the abuse, you don't want to grow. The abuse is the growth. Whatever that is, it could be a traumatic thing that happens to you that changes your mind. It could literally be the trauma of you looking at yourself every day. But it will make you a better person to deal with it face forward. Don't turn around. Don't look back. Don't look down. You can look up. And you can look down if that's what it takes for you to zone out. But don't look down in shame. And don't look up in avoidance. And don't look to the side and change in direction. No, straight in the eye. What is it that is bothering you? What is it that's keeping you from being the best version of yourself? Is it you? Are you the thing that's keeping you from that? Because you can't take how I'm speaking to you right now? You don't like my face? I'm yelling, I'm speaking aggressively? No. Don't get in your own way. Allow some aggression, because that's the only thing that's going to kick your ass up high enough to jump up to do something. I am very passionate about helping people understand how possible it is. I am living proof. You can turn your life around. You can be somebody. And if you keep following, you keep tuning in, you hit the like button, you hit the share button to make sure more people come and join the community so you can have people to talk to and discuss, and you subscribe to the channel and you follow, you will see from where I came from to get here is night and day. It's like a year of something that would take 10 years for someone else. I flipped the switch. I didn't turn away from the challenge ahead of me. I took it head on. This is a person that probably was counted out as far as changing is concerned. This is who he is, who he's going to be. He's always this person. He plays too much, doesn't take anything seriously. And when he loses something, he goes and gets something else because somebody's always going to take care of him and be there for him. But when I lost that thing, that person, that moment, that I realized that no matter how many times I can rely on someone to help me, no one can save me from myself. I will find a way to destroy it. Until now, I know how not to destroy it because I know how to be the best version of myself. I know how to fight to get rid of those things that pull me back into a lifestyle that is reliant on someone else's help. I help myself. And it hurts sometimes. When you look around and there's nobody there to help you, it hurts. But that's life, man. What are you going to do about it? If you go outside and nobody's there and you're hungry and you have no money, you ask somebody, but they're like, hey, man, I don't know you. I'm not giving you jack. You call the phone, nobody's there. The person that you wanted to be there for you is gone. Are you going to quit? Yeah, whatever. I can't eat, can't drink. I'm just going to go ahead and quit. No, you won't. You'll find something. I don't care if you go rob somebody. You will find a way. You need to be the same way about your health. You need to be the same way about the reality of intensity that is needed in order for you to secure your future. It's not about hurting your feelings. It's about being told the way it is. It is what it is. That's what it's about. If we become a healthy people, society will have to change how they focus, where they put their energy. And by that, I mean, they will have to make money off of a healthy people. If you look at the system, it makes money off of your unhealthiness. It's not a conspiracy. It's just simply set up that way. If they can make you believe that it's okay to eat fast food keep making money, and hospitals keep receiving patients, and people with disabilities keep continuing to need things to help them in their disability. If we become the healthiest nation, America will have to adjust. If they want to keep taking our money, they'll have to change. They'll have to give us what we want. We would want healthier food, a healthier environment, healthier teaching for our minds. If we just say, you know what, I'm not feeling too healthy about this, let's change this. If they want our money, if they want to stay in control, they will find a way to give us what we want. But we're too busy being worried about how our feelings affect our life. And then our life is jack garbage, because if you're building your life off of your feelings, you've already lost. You're only going to go as far as your feelings take you. Your feelings can only take you as far as your emotions take you. Your emotions are unstable. So how far in life will you go? Trust me, I had to change all of this, man. Like, this is stuff that I'm dealing with. I'm growing into something that you are watching before your eyes. Physically, mentally is a true, I'm a testament to what I'm telling you right now. I'm a testament to the stuff that I looked up because I understand the words, because I'm a subject. Being coddled is comfortable. Being told in a very aggressive way that you're doing something wrong and you need to change is uncomfortable. And it's actually kind of cringe because nobody wants to hear it. But it's legit needed. Or you're going to be just this person walking around in mid zone. Like, you're going to always be mid or less than. I don't want you to confuse me telling you that you have to deal with the aggression as you need to become the toughest person in the world. No, you need to deal with the aggression because it makes you a better person. It makes you a more powerful person. It allows you to deal with it in the moment because you know that you don't have to deal with it all the time, and you can go home to your partner. You can go to your friends, the ones that treat you with all this love and softness, and you can know that you can appreciate that you had to deal with something in order to appreciate that level of tenderness. So there's balances to all of this, man. Like, and becoming a better person is a journey. It's a lifelong journey, and it's not something that you do in 6 months to a year. It's something that you do for the rest of your life. You can start the process in 6 months to a year and become consistent, because it takes 6 months to a year to consider yourself consistent. Now the journey begins. And maybe that's what your trainer's talking about when he says it's going to take 6 months to a year. Maybe I just let the cat out of the bag and I told his secret, where his secret may have been to tell you 6 months to a year, you will get results and you will be happy with your results because you're going to see it. And maybe the whole time he's just letting you catch up, because when the year comes, you're going to want more of what you just created. And that's how he gets you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let him get you. If it helps you become a better person, let your trainer trap you in a corner and tell you that you need them if you're getting results. Because if you're getting results, you do need them until you're able to understand what it takes. Living a lifestyle could mean that you could literally hire them for the rest of your life, or at some point you could remove them from your necessity because you figure it out on your own. So let's go back and understand some of the things that we spoke about here in the podcast. I just wanted to revisit a couple of things. Before I do, I want to make sure you understand that I am here for you guys. This podcast is not just me venting. I like to help people understand what makes them better, because I had to go through some things to make myself better. I have a lot of things to say about it. I have a lot of advice to give. If you're going through something, go down in the comment section and just comment what it is, whatever. It could be one word, and I will respond to it. And there's things we could talk about to better yourself. We want to become better. We want ourselves to be able to help ourselves become better. So just get down there, make sure you subscribe so you can see the growth as we keep building. You may feel that I have some advice that could help you, and you want to know about it on a specific subject. Let me know. But, just to recap a little bit, something in your past could possibly be the reason why you're not able to deal with aggression, and something in your past has enabled a self-abusive reaction to aggressive motivation. And aggressive motivation isn't necessarily bad for you. So remember that when someone's trying to help you, but they seem to be aggressive. It's maybe something that's a trauma that you have to deal with, that making you a stronger person dealing with that, because it's going to help you physically and mentally. So maybe it's worth just giving it a little try to see if it helps. And maybe it's not your thing, but don't let it not be your thing because of your feelings. Like, literally let it be because it doesn't motivate you, not just because of your feelings. Listen to the message. Is it relevant? If so, what will you do about it? And that goes to yourself being out of shape, mentally unstable. It could also go to the person you choose to train you. Like, what are you going to do about it? Can you deal with it or not? If you can, shut up and train. If you can't, speak. If it doesn't work, figure it out. But don't let it be because of your feelings. Let it be because it does not work. It's two different things. Your feelings, they're never going to be 100% on point with everything you want to do. You're going to have to get over your feelings in order to get to where you want to be. That's just life. If we take our health serious, society will have to change its narrative. That is a fact. That's why I call this AWorldFit. If we can just buckle down and become the most fit world, nation, society ever, things will have to go in line with what we want. We will call the shots. That's my goal. I want everybody to be on board. AWorldFit. Let's go, man. It's okay to be upset with what you're hearing about yourself. It's fine. It's okay to not be comfortable when someone tells you that you're fat and you need to get in shape, or you're breathing too hard and you need to stop eating pork chops. Like, just take the long-term steps to changing the reality. Don't worry about how it makes you feel. Don't worry about it. The reason that you are where you are is because you allowed certain things to make you feel bad about yourself. It is not short-term resolve. It is a lifestyle change. Be willing. Care enough. It is not. I repeat, it is not going to be easy. Not every day. There's some days that will be easier than others. But if you're truly pushing yourself every day, ne'er day, not one of them will be easy. I'm at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. If I work out in a room or where I am staying and I can't get to a gym, I'm up at 3:30. I'm working out at 4 o'clock right then and there. I'm hitting the gym. 4:30 is the latest you catch me up working out. I'm already in by then. And that's not easy. Sometimes I don't go to sleep until 2 o'clock. I still get up at 4. I'm there at 4. It doesn't matter. What matters is what it does for me to do it regardless. That's where your mind needs to be. It doesn't matter how I feel. I know what it does for me. So I do it, period. Do you understand? Are you able to make the difference between my tone and my message? If I'm not getting through, if I'm getting through, if I don't make sense, if I make sense, let me know. Leave a comment, spark a conversation. I'm open to learning how you truly feel about this. I want the best for us. And it can't happen until we take full ability of our capabilities and master our existence. Tune in next week. We're not done. We have episodes on episodes on episodes coming at you. Just tune in next week. We're going to keep it rolling. I cannot wait to see what you guys type to me in the comment section down below. I can't wait to see how many people are going to follow me after this. You guys make me excited. I'm excited. I am excited. I'll see you next week. You guys take care.